Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TRG Central. This is Gary, and as usual, we have another evening of races in our 2025 Road to the Triple Crown Plus. This will be episode 19. We'll be covering races for week 46. We're getting down to the very end of the season, and we have a couple minor stakes races and a couple allowance races on the schedule tonight. The stakes races are the Jockey Club Oaks and Pebbles Stakes. Both are fillies for 3-year-olds, of course, and they're both on turf. I believe they're both going to run at Aqueduct on the turf. Unfortunately, we don't have an Aqueduct turf race yet in the TRG system, so we'll be running them at TRG down on their turf course. So, what you see in front of you here, this is the top 20 overall. And I really doubt this will change much. As far as I can remember, there's just two fillies that have run in previous races in the 2025 Road to the Triple Crown. So don't think either one of those races are going to affect this. And we'll take a look at the male and female after the races. So let's go ahead and head over to the schedule. The Triple Crown, and we're on week 46. You see there's four races. And the Pebbles and Jockey, they've already had their fields, so we're going to lock them. Go ahead. Add this field, and we have already selected them. It's just a matter of saving. Whoops, we have a double jockey somewhere. Take a look at it. Yeah, there we go. It's gone. Bring in somebody. Mr. Caralto. Sounds good. We can always check. Card. Oh, we got Celia Tsimi. Hall. So let's go ahead and put him on. Yep, here we go. 0-0. Okay. And we'll lock it. Take a quick look here. And as you can see, here's the 8 that we selected. If I remember correctly when I was selecting, none of these fillies have won a race yet. And in fact, they may not even have been in the money. So let's go over and do the same thing here for the Colts 3-year-old allowance race. Again, it's there, and it's probably going to save already unless I have a double jockey somewhere. Looks like it saved okay. Yep, it updated the thing. Let's do, and we'll view it. Again, I'm pretty sure the males, I set this up with no horses have won a race yet in our road to the Triple Crown. While the fillies, no filly has uh, been in the money. But we'll see when we look at their past performances to see how correct I am. Okay, everything's ready, so let's go ahead and head over to Santa Anita. Santa Anita, we're going to Santa Anita to run the 2 allowance races, and we'll be heading over to TRG down on their turf court to run the Pebbles and the Jockey Club both. Remember, in real life, to run on the Aqueduct turf. We just don't have that available in the TRG system yet. So let's head over to Santa Anita and get the first allowance race started. You see the purse is 160,000 1 mile allowance. That's what we've been doing with most allowance races. The fillies been 8 furlongs, and the and the colt has been either 8 or 9 furlongs. Okay, here we have the allowance race line. We really didn't pick them very well here. Looks like we used to have a 2 or 3 filly race. We have Volleyball Princess, Look Forward, and our Daydreaming Girl. Okay, now let's see how good I did when I was picking them. None, 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 none. Okay, as you see that none of our fillies have even come in first, second, or third. So this will be a good chance for 3 of them to pick up a first, second, and third place finish in the money. And then they haven't even won any money. Yeah, it's just Look Forward has won 3,600 in the 8 bells right here. That was probably in the heat race. Usually heat race is the one further down. Usually the topmost one is finals. Came in fourth and then didn't do too well on the finals. Okay, so as I said, I didn't think any of these fillies had come into money, and I was correct. And as far as speed ratings, you have one with 100, and Look Forward, who has run 7 races and not been able to do very well, is a 104. And you see Look Forward is the odds-on favorite. So let's head over to Santa Anita and run the race. Here again, we'll go over the fillies and their jockeys. The Ira must be getting paid pretty good money there to run her lap. So, 5. Yep. So let's go ahead and get over to the Stewart's Tower and get this race underway here at Santa Anita Park. So off in 3's out of the gate first. That's Beyond Belief. Heading into the first turn, we have Volleyball Princess with the lead. Heading into the back straight, it looks like we have a 3, 4. Oh, looks like 7's gonna overtake him here. I do the ending because, man, he's just gonna go straight, no moving in. Passes him with ease. Okay, and let's get the rest of them on the way. And as you see in the back straight here, 7 has a 3-space lead. That's Dancing Magic. Whoa, well, look at 3 Beyond Belief has come up neck and neck. As they go around the back turn, we have Dancing Magic still with the lead, but looking forward, they just passed them. Along with Beyond Belief catching up, be an excellent finish. Oh, wow, look at that finish. That's one of our better finishes of the season. Look forward to the favorite win, picked up 96,000, Dancing Magic second, and Beyond Belief third, and a photo finish for second and third. Her laugh is out of the money at fourth and so forth. Okay, that's the first race here at Santa Anita. Let's go and get the second race started. That's for the Colts. It has a $290,000 purse, pretty high for an allowance race. 9 furlongs for the boys. And again, I think, well, now here's a really, really good race. Look at this. It's almost even across the board in this morning line. Let's head over to the past performances. This one here should say that none of the Colts have won a race yet. Yes, 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 and yes. So my picker worked out real well. Picked up Colts that have not won a race, but had done a little bit. Let's see here. Let's see. His dad she's got 40. My the total is still looking for any type of purse money. Mellencamp picked up 27,000 in a couple of races. Well, New Century has picked up 160 with the Saratoga Derby, I would imagine. Second place. Let's go here, 6,000 for blazing the golden one race. Iron Drum had not won in the Oklahoma Derby, the Pennsylvania Derby. Altabella was out of the money, finished seventh. And Learn the Way, which run the most races, 3 all allowance races, and managed to pick up a little bit of change with the 1/3 place finish there for a grand total of 34,800. Each cracked 100 of the TRG speed rating. There was 101 for Blazing Gold, and the only race. And that's it there. The morning line looks like it could be a pretty interesting race. So let's go ahead and head over to Santa Anita Park and get race 2 underway. Like I said, allowance rates for 290,000. Go through the field again and their respective jockeys. Jose Ortiz is riding. And Irad too. Ryan Hernandez riding lower the way. Irad is on New Century and where was there's Ortiz Iron Dome. Okay. Head over to the Stewart's Tower. Everything looks good and they're up. Iron Dome is out of the gate first. We head into the first turn. We have a leader, Iron Dome. Second is Melancholy. Nice pack there behind the leader. See if there's any separation or anybody can catch up here in the back straight. Sama New Century is moving in the second, but Iron Dome is extending his lead. The 2, 4, looks like close to 5 spaces now. We're in the back turn, going around the clubhouse turn. It looks like it's still Iron Dome. Whoa, and 8 and 7 have just got right next to me. We're going to have another fantastic finish. And it's going to be a photo finish with Iron Dome and Learn the Way. Norway. Oh, it's Iron Dome with the win ahead. Ahead a little away. Iron Dome trots away with $174,000. Here at Sandia Park with the second allowance race on our schedule. And this is, I don't know if I ever mentioned it, but we consider these the national schedule where we bounce around and when we're running the 2025 road to the Kentucky Derby. So let's go ahead and head back to the national schedule. We're now heading over to TRG Down Turf to run the Pebbles Stakes. Let's go ahead and get to the betting window and take a look at the morning line. The Pebbles window is not even as much as that allowance race at $175,000. Looks like we have a nice field, all very competitive. Let's go see. If I remember correctly, Paradise City is the only filly that's run. Yes, that's what I thought. And she's run 4 races, managed to win one. That was an allowance race just a little bit ago. And picked up 72,000 there, ran it at 110, not bad. All the rest are first time out on our road to the Triple Crown circuit. Let's head over to TRG Down and run on their turf course and get this race underway. Hey, Paradise City, you can see that here you get a few more jockeys. Yeah, every single jockey is at least rated 1 point. You saw our allowance race and you're lucky to have ones or two. So, looks like we're all set. It's just a 6 filly race. Again, it's a $175,000 purse. And let's go over to the sewage tower. And they say everything's all set and they're off. And $3 first, that Corretto. Finishing up the first turn, we have two horses. Fillies close together in the back straight at 8-2. And then 5 is just behind them, that's fast market. And we have 4, 5 of the 6 horses are within 2 spaces of each other. And looks like horse 4 is gonna get a chance to use the whip to get those 14 points. So he can't go out because of him in the straight, so he's gonna end up having to use 2 sideways, but he had 2 anyway. So we'll go ahead and let him run. So I guess here he's gonna have to go outside. And see, he used up his 2 sideways points, but he has 6. He still has to go to 2 darker spaces, the dark greens, which will cost him a little. Will cost her a little. He doesn't have enough to get out of those spaces. You need 1 to get into on the spaces and 1 to leave it. So, still has the lead though. That's Love You Anyway. Then the turn and resume spectator mode. And here we're in the home stretch, and it looks like it's going to be Love You Anyway with the win, way ahead of the rest of the pack. We have Love You Anyway, and then Fast Market, and then at 8-2. First, second, and third. We even have a fourth, Panama Paradise City. They come in fourth and picked up a couple of dollars. Loves You Anyway picked up 105,000, and it's and 50 KD points. That's not bad. So I think that's it for the Pebbles Stakes. So let's go back to the schedule, and we're gonna we'll get the Jockey Club Oaks underway. That's also a race being held at the TRG Downs Turf. $350,000 for this one. 11 furlong, pretty long race. The other one was just 6, maybe? No, 8, 1 mile race. Okay, of course this is, and this is like a shotgun. We got 4 with the lead. Now remember, I think this one also is following FION, FIONL. It's the only horse that's run. Let's make sure. Yep, and he hasn't won any money yet either. Best finish is 5th. Huh. Well, let's see. Let's go over to TRG Downs and see what happens. Yeah, it's a crazy start here. Probably at the Aqueduct Turf, it's a better start. And you can see this race also has some of the better jockeys on the circuit. Christopher Elliott seems to be the only one. Oh, we had 2 greater than 0. Okay, again they're in the back turn to start this race. And it's 11 furlong. 1 3/8 miles. One of the longer races in our season, especially on turf. But let's go ahead and get the race started. So it says everything's a go, and horse 2 is out of the gate first. Here for a good time. And we're going around the home stretch, which is the grandstand area for the first time, and we have here for a good time. Oh, 2, who's 2? Yeah, here's for a good time, and whoa, 5, you just got snuck up on him. Ever shed as we went through the first turn. We're into the back straight. We got a 2-horse race, and they're still neck and neck. Whoa, 6, 6, 6. Got a jockey inquiry, too. Okay, he's got 14. So 6. Here he's going to have to go outside. Cost him 1 point each. Got to do another one. And we'll let him slide. So he doesn't have any extra points to slide in. He could do some special, but there doesn't seem to be any need of that right now. Let's just resume spectator mode. Here in the back straight. And 5 and 2 are still neck and neck with 6 trying to catch up. Here we're in the clubhouse turn heading into the home stretch, and 2 has the lead again over 5 at Arrowhead. And we'll have one more turn, and it could be a pretty interesting finish. And, well, definitely not a photo, but it was pretty close. It looks like here for a good time wins unless the jockey inquiry messes them up. And there must not have been an inquiry. Must have been taken off. Yep, no foul. Jockey inquired on don't jinx it. Okay, so final here for a good time. First picks up 210,050 victory point. Evershed second. Fion third. Don't jinx fourth. And that was a photo finish there for third and fourth. Okay, so I guess that's it from TRG Downs. Head back over the schedule. You see in advance if we finish up the 4 races week 46. And week 47 we're not going to run yet because every once in a while, as you saw in week 46, a couple minor stakes races pops up, and we just add them to the schedule to cover them too. So we'll see next week if there's any more races that are interesting, that are lower stakes races, minor stakes races on the circuit, and we'll broadcast them too. So that's be it for week 46. We can, well, only the females ran this week for picking up victory points. And just take a quick look here and see what they have. I don't think with winning just 50 points, it's going to put either one of the winners in the top 20. And they won't because it's only, you need at least 67 to pass. God well delight. So it's the same as last week with Makara and 5G and Good Cheer. Maybe eventually one of these horses, or I should say, filly, will run another stakes race before we get to our version, the TRG version of the Breeders' Cup for 3-year-old fillies and colts. So I think that's going to be it from TRG Central. This is Gary signing off. Hope you have a wonderful evening. And of course, enjoy the races too.